What's up guys, Daniel here with another Barber lesson. This song is called Bet on My Ghost. It's in standard tuning, but I'm going to show you two ways that you can play it. And if you want to check out the tabs, they're available on the website for free. Link is going to be in the description. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we're going to get started with the intro. There are two guitars that are playing, but both are essentially doing the same thing. The first guitar is going to sound like this. And the second guitar is going to sound like this. So let's start with the first guitar. First thing you want to do is set your index finger up on the 4th fret of the low E string and your pinky or ring finger on the 6th fret of the A string. That's going to be the chord shape that we're going to be using for pretty much the whole song. We're going to be finger picking, but it's going to be a very simple pattern. You want to use your thumb on the low E string, and you want to use your index finger when plucking the A string. We're just going to be alternating between those two, no matter what chord shape we're on. So on this chord shape, what we're going to do is alternate between the E and the A string 4 times. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So a little bit slower. Regular speed. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pluck the 4th fret of the low E string again, but you're going to pluck and slide up to the 7th fret of the low E string, and you want to slide up to the 9th fret as well, so you still have that same shape. So we've got 7th fret E, 9th fret A. And we're going to do essentially the same thing. That slide is going to be our first pluck, and then we're still going to alternate 4 times on this chord shape. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So a little bit slower. Then regular speed. So from the first chord shape to the second. Now what we're going to do is the same thing, but we're going to start on the 7th fret of the low E string. You're going to pluck and slide down to the 2nd fret of the low E string. Now we have 4th fret A, and again 4 times. So a little bit slower, starting with the slide. Regular speed. And now what we're going to do is play an open E and 2nd fret A. That's going to be our last shape that we're going to do. And you don't have to do the slide here, you just have to play the open E. And we're going to do it 4 times again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the last 2 chords together will go. And then you're just going to repeat that. So now let's play everything all together a little bit slower. And now regular speed. Now you might notice I start out with a slide when I repeat. If you want to do that, I'm sliding up from the 2nd fret of the low E to the 4th fret to start that first chord shape again. But you don't have to do that, you can just go right to the 4th fret. Now for the second guitar, we're going to play the exact same thing, but an octave higher. So our first chord shape on that first guitar was 4th fret low E, 6th fret A. Now what we're going to do is take an octave. So the octave to the 4th fret of the low E string is going to be the 6th fret D. So that's going to be our root note now. And then again, 1 string up, 2 frets over, we've got 6th fret G. And we're going to follow the same pattern. So you can play this 4 times. Now you're going to pluck the 6th fret D string and slide up to the 9th fret. And we have 11th fret G 4 times. You're going to pluck and slide from the 9th fret D to the 4th fret D. Now we have 6th fret G. And now we can do one more slide from the 4th fret D down to the 2nd fret, and now we have 4th fret G. So all together a little bit slower. And now regular speed. So that's how you're going to play the intro. Now the next part up is the verse, and it's actually played just like the first guitar in the intro. It's going to sound like this. Well, I often think about my wings, if I'm dead or alive, 'cause the world just seems like an empty dream. They say it gets better with time. Every word I say when I'm not okay just seems to go away with the wind. If you felt my pain and held my way, you know I'm too broke to fix. So again, it's played just like the intro. The only difference is after that line where it says I'm too broke to fix, you're gonna hang out on that open E, 2nd fret A, for an extra 4 counts. You know I'm too broke to fix. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we just start repeating. So again, it's played just like the intro there. Now after that part, he goes into a little bit of a pre-chorus. It's gonna sound like this. You know I'm too broke to fix. From screaming out to yelling soft, I ain't wiser, I've just grown. And I hate to admit, but the man I am is a man you do not want to know. So after that section, he goes into like a mini pre-chorus right before he leads into the chorus. From that first line where he says, from screaming loud to yelling soft, you're going to play the same thing we just did in the verse and the intro. For the second line, you're going to do the exact same thing, but when we get to this last chord shape, that open E, 2nd fret A, you're only going to play 1 and 2 and before going into a third line. So instead of playing it for 4 counts, you play it for 2. And I hate to admit, but the man I am is a man you do not want to know. So right there, he's going to cut it off, and then we're going to start shortening up how long we play each of these chords, which is the same way we're going to play the chorus. It's going to sound like this. So after that last chord shape that we did where he says, a man you do not want to know, you're going to slide back up to the 4th fret low E, 6th fret A. You're going to play 1 and 2 and. Then you're going to do the slide to the 7th fret, low E, 9th fret A. 1 and 2 and. Then go down to the 2nd fret low E, 1 and 2 and then you're going to go to the open E, 2nd fret A, and play it for 8 counts. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's how we're going to end up playing the chorus. So a little bit slower. Regular speed. And then you get to the chorus. So now let's play the pre-chorus all together. You know I'm too broke to fix. From screaming out to yelling soft, I ain't wiser, I've just grown. And I hate to admit, but the man I am is a man you do not want to know. So that's how you're going to play the verse and the pre-chorus. Alright, the next part up is the chorus, and that's going to sound like this. Rather be right here at the end of the road. If I don't make it there, you can bet my ghost. Can't I forget back then, 'cause it's all I know. So I'll stand on the ashes that I call home. So like I mentioned, the chorus is played just like that last line of the pre-chorus that we did. So we're going to start on 4th fret low E, 6th fret A. We're going to play it for 2 counts. 1 and 2 and. Slide up to the 7th fret. 1 and 2 and. Slide down to the 2nd fret. 1 and 2 and then you're going to play the open low E, 2nd fret A for 8 counts. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're just going to repeat that. So all together a little bit slower one more time. Then regular speed. And that's how I play the chorus. Now I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can play this. So if you want to strum instead of picking through this song, you want to put a capo on the 4th fret. We're still in standard tuning. And now the chords we're going to use are going to be E minor, which is 2nd fret A and D, the rest are open. G, 3rd fret low E, 2nd fret A, 3rd fret high E, rest are open. A D suspended chord, that's going to be open D, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, open high E. And then finally a C chord, we've got 3rd fret A, 2nd fret D, open G, 1st fret B. The E minor chord is going to replace the 4th fret low E, 6th fret A. The G chord is going to replace the 7th fret low E, 9th fret A. The D suspended is going to replace the 2nd fret low E, 4th fret A. And then the C is going to replace the open low E, 2nd fret A. And you can use various strumming patterns when you're playing throughout this song. The way I would play the verse would sound like this. Well, I often think about my wings, if I'm dead or alive, 'cause the world just seems like an empty dream. You say it gets better with time. Every word I say when I'm not okay just seems to go away with the wind. If you felt my pain and held my way, you know I'm too broke to fix. So all I'm doing are straight down strums, but I'm palm muting. So if you want to do it that way, you just want to rest your palm on top of the strings over here on the bridge and then play those same chords. So what I'm doing is I'm strumming all down strums again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you can do that same strumming pattern for the pre-chorus, or you can just do single down strums. From screaming loud to yelling soft, I ain't wiser, I've just grown. And I hate to admit, but the man I am is a man you do not want to know. So you have your choice there. And then on that last line, just before getting into the chorus, where we shorten up the transitions, but now I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, you're shortening them up a little bit, but it's the same chords. So again, a little bit slower. And that's how you could play the chorus as well. Another way you could strum the chorus would sound like this. Rather be right here than the end of the road. If I don't make it there, you can bet my ghost. Can I forget back then, 'cause it's all I know. So I'll stand in the ashes that I call home. So if you want to do that strumming pattern, we're going to start with the E minor, and what we're going to do is strum down, down, up, switch to G, down, down, up, switch to D suspended, down, down, up, and then C, we're going to strum down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then you're just going to repeat. So all together, a little bit slower. So that's another way you can play the chorus. And that's it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you want to check out the tabs, they're available on my website for free. Link is in the description down below. I have a ton of other Barber tabs and tutorials here on my channel if you want to check those out. Playlist is going to be right here. Go ahead and leave a request for a song you would like to learn in the comments below. And before we go, just want to give a huge shout out to my 2 newest channel members. Thank you so much Glock and Bob for joining. I sincerely appreciate your support and I hope you enjoy these early access videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.